So it's super exciting that you've got one of our prototype boards. This is our prototype board that we're giving out to people for testing purposes before our Kickstarter campaign. So the original board will not look like this when we ship. So let me teach you a few things about the board. There are two internal batteries. One internal battery is under this black housing here, and there's a Type-C connection at the top. You simply place the Type-C cable into that connector, and then that charges. This will take about 4 hours to charge the board to maximum capacity. Then there's a second battery. This battery is used for illuminating the light strip that goes around the entire board. You take the male plug here and plug this into the wall. When this plugs into the mains, into your cable in your house, you're able to charge this for a few hours, and this will again charge to full capacity. To link up the light board, you simply place the battery inside the cavity with the wires coming out at the bottom. You run the wires around the trunking inside the cavity, and you connect up the white to black barrel pins, and then you're able to place the cables together. It's a little bit tricky to get them together and to get them into the trunking, but it's doable. Then once it's done, you place the Velcro adaptable cover over the board, and then this covers over there. You will see a bulge, and that's because this is a prototype board. The finished product will not have a bulge here. So that's how you turn on and use and light up our board. Now that your board is all charged up, the second stage is to connect to your board. You'll need to use the included dongle, which is USB Type A. If your computer, like mine, is a Type-C computer, you'll need to use an adapter. Once you plug the adapter into the board, you'll see that it is flashing a slow white color. That means it's not in pairing mode. You need to press and hold for 3 seconds on the side of the device until it's blinking fast in a white color. That means it's in pairing mode. Perfect. Now on the board, you'll want to press once really hard for 2 seconds on the power cable. Then you'll see after 2 seconds, 1, 2, 3, after 3 seconds, you'll see that the board has started to glow a red color. That means the board is powered on and active. You'll then need to, in very quick succession, press twice on the button, very quickly. Then it will start connecting. Now you can see on the dongle has changed to be illuminated green. That means that it is now paired to this dongle. So once you've charged up your board and you've got it connected, the next step is to turn it into a snowboard. So depending on if you've got the snowboard accessory or not, it depends on this next step. We recommend using it with the snowboard because it's a lot of fun. So that's why we've included the snowboard with it. The first step is to take out these little connectors here that take the connections. They're a little tricky to take off, but once you take them off, you're able to see a round connector and then 4 screw holes in a kind of star-shaped pattern. You then take the board and then place the board into the snowboard connectors, like so. You then take the round screw pegs and then simply turn them and tighten them up. You then tighten up the second one on the other side. I've not tightened these up as tight as you should, but you just need to get them as tight as you can. Now, you'll see here there are 2 different screw sets together. This is because there's different height people. So we're looking at children, and shorter women will be using the insider connection. And for taller women and taller men, we'll be using the outside connections. You also have this connection here that goes inside the boot. Depending on your stance, you can actually change this stance. We recommend a stance somewhere between 12 to 15% for a beginner trying to use our board. So as I am a taller sized person, I will connect this on the outside. You then take the screws that we've connected and the Allen key, and you screw these in. I'm not going to screw them all in now, but you would screw all of these in. The next stage is to use the included soles. So these are pretty self-explanatory. Will go in here and connect in, giving you a nice, comfortable positioning. There are 2 separate ones. They're the inverse of each other for the 2 different sides of the board. Then the last step is using these included backstrap pieces here that connect the two together. And then the inside has the rubbery feel here. Once you have this all screwed together, you're good to go. On to the next step of playing some games with BoarDrop. So once you've got your bindings connected to your board, you've got it powered up, you've got it connected to your games console, you then place your shoe inside. I like to wear shoes because I feel it's a little bit more comfortable. You could wear boots or even socks if you feel inclined. So you place your shoe, make sure it's right at the back there, place your top binding in, connect that in, and lock that down a bit. The second one, you want to make sure it's not at the front, but over the top of the shoe. Again, clip that in a bit, clamp it down. I like it nice and tight so that I can really get some air on it. Clip in the other shoe, and let's start playing. All right, so now you're all locked in on your board. I'm going to teach you a few things to play. So obviously you can move left, you can move right by moving forward and backwards just like you would on a real board. And then you can also do stopping. So if you move the board at a 90-degree angle, that'll move the board 90 degrees and stop it. I'll show you how to do this in 3, 2, oh, by the way, an ollie is like about a 4-degree increase, and that's what you do to start. So let's try that. There we go. Then we lean forward, lean backwards, we do a stop, right there. Okay, let's do another ollie. Yeah. All right, let's go down again. Here we go. Let's try it. Flip there. Yeah. Okay. And if you can actually do a 360-degree flip, the game will do it. I don't think I can do a 360 flip, but I can do. So, next accessory up is our balance board. So if you have great balance, this is awesome. If you don't have great balance, this is also awesome. So, if you don't have great balance and you want to start out, I recommend getting some kind of table or a chair or something in front of you just so that you can hold on to a little bit. So place the board on the balance board, place one foot on here, and then hold yourself onto something while you try and play. And then you're able to try and slowly improve your balance as you go. And then if you feel that you've got a little bit better and you're able to play and do your balance a bit better, you can start playing on the balance board. If you hear some cracks and creakings, that's only because our board is 3D printed and the final version won't have those cracks and creaks. But don't worry, you're not breaking the board. Next up is our skateboarding friends. So if you're looking to try and skate this on the games, we recommend using the board. The reason is because it's a lot of fun to be able to flip the board around, and you can flip it easily inside your room and get some massive tricks in the game. But if you want to take it outdoors, that's where the fun really begins. That's where we've got these wheels. So with the wheels, we've built a special system that makes it really easy to connect them. You'll see 6 holes on the board. You want to be using the 4 holes closest to the center of the board. You simply place the 4 screws in and press down. On the other side, again, you place the 4 screws closest to the board and press down. Then, once you flip the board over, you'll see our designed peg holes, which you just take the system in, screw loosely in there, and screw in here as well. And once those screw in, you then have one finished skateboard. Let's have a go.